everybody, welcome back to the Tidy Moose. I'm Ivanka, your professional organizer, and this week marks a very special week because today is the 1-year anniversary of the Tidy Moose YouTube channel. So happy birthday to me, or the moose, I'm not sure, it's one of our birthdays. I often get asked where the name Tidy Moose comes from, so I thought no better time than the present to tell you that story. For those of you who have followed me from the beginning, my name when I first started this entrepreneurial venture was Organized Toronto. It made sense at the time. I was living in Toronto, I was an organizer, right? Pretty simple. However, it took only a few months for me to start traveling outside of the city and then even the country to work with clients. So the name really didn't make sense. There were a few other factors that laid in there, but I'm not going to bore you with the details. Fact is, I had to change my name. So I started researching, I'm Googling new names. I'm then starting to get really overwhelmed because I thought, first of all, I just put all this money into branding and creating Organized Toronto, the brand, sticking it out there for the world to see. And now I'm having to start from scratch, do this again. But also, not only that, all of the cliche names that had anything to do with organization, tidying, whatever, they were all taken. So like, don't even go there, Ivanka, because they're all gone. So then I'm starting to get super overwhelmed. I'm then like starting to get emotional, as I do, it's one of my things. And I'm thinking, I just wish my mom were here because she was that person who would have sat beside me, started brainstorming, we would have got things done and figured it out. But if you're unaware, my mother passed away of breast cancer 3 years ago. So unfortunately, she was not able to be here to help me with this process in the way that I had hoped. I'm thinking like this, I can't do this. I just wasn't cut out for the business world. I should just go back to teaching and do what I'm good at, and I can't do this anymore. But I thought, no, you have to figure it out. Don't be, I'm not gonna swear, but don't be a baby about this, Just get it done. You'll come up with something. So I had this stack of door hangers that I had to hand out. I mean, I wasn't changing any of my phone number or anything, so I thought, well, I don't want these to go to waste, so I started handing them out in the neighborhood. It was funny because I actually started to get emotional, thinking this is never gonna happen, what have I done? And I was actually crying, which is very unprofessional, because what if someone had answered the door here you go, there's my flyer, hire me, I have my life together, I'm organized. Really, that really would not have worked well at all. So I'm crying, and I'm I started to talk to the heavens, Mom, I need your help, please, I wish you were here. Come on, give me something. I need something. Whether you're religious or not, I was talking to ghosts, essentially. Wait, what if I incorporate something to do with my method of classroom management? Because this was around the time of the launch of my children's program, where I started focusing more on working with children at home and in the classroom setting. So implementing that kind of made sense. Now, this method of classroom management for me was that when things start to get rowdy in the classroom, kids are working, things start happening, the noise level starts to go up. You don't want to be that teacher who's shouting class, guys, be quiet, Bobby, I told you to stop throwing that. I warned you once, I'm not going to tell you again. Apparently I turned into the mother from Bobby's World, circa 1985, for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about. Google it. Anyway, no one wants to be that teacher, and no one wants to hear that teacher from down the hall. So I came up with this method in my first year of teaching with the help of my first ever class in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. You know who you are, so thank you. And we came up with this together where I would say the word moose, just in that voice. Whatever you're doing, you stop and you go like this. And just zip it, You're doing your thing. The person who is closest to me would hear it, then chain reaction, everyone does it. Pretty plain and simple. It takes a few tries to get the hang of it, but they figure it out, and it's actually quite helpful because you never have to shout. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna incorporate something with a moose. It's a really fun animal, everyone loves moose. And that's kind of where I was taking this path, this train of thought. I was feeling good, I got this figured out. I'm thinking, okay, tidy moose, organized moose, I got a little pep to my step, and I'm working on this. All of a sudden, this giant dog starts running toward me. And when I say giant, I'm not talking golden retriever giant. I'm talking one of those ones that looks like a bear, where you think oh my gosh, do I have to cover my neck and go on the ground and play dead? Is he gonna eat me alive? What is happening right now? I mean, luckily I'm a dog person, so I wasn't really fazed by this, but I just kind of stopped and like let him come toward me, and the owner was mortified. The poor woman, she was like a quarter the size of the thing, and she's running, she's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's okay, it's fine. So I'm playing with the dog, we're talking, and I said, hey, so what's your dog's name? Ladies and gentlemen, no word of a lie, the dog's name was Moose. So there you have it. That is how the Tidy Moose was born. Thank you, Mom. I hope you enjoyed that story. And if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to pop those below. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter to learn more at Tidy Moose. Or if you have even more questions, you can go visit my website, www.tidymoose.com. So thanks for stopping by, everyone. We will see you next time with some more organizational tips and tricks. Bye-bye for now.